Food is something we all need, and something that most of us love. Foods abound, as are different cuisines and tastes. Yet, there are foods that are so rare, they have an almost magical mystique about them. I'm Jake, the Voice Pa, and here are 10 of the rarest foods from around the world. The exotic-sounding ambergris is an excretion from the sperm whale. It is formed due to the whale being unable to digest the sharp parrot-like beaks of squid, which are the staple diet of sperm whales. Big greyish lumps of ambergris can be found floating on the ocean or swept up on beaches, but finding these lumps is a very difficult thing to do, thanks to its rarity. For centuries, it has been used by the perfume industry as a fixative for fine perfumes. The favourite breakfast of King Charles II was scrambled eggs with ambergris. As you can imagine, ambergris is an acquired taste for the most aristocratic people around. Once flaked, the ambergris melts easily in hot butter and is said to infuse the eggs with a distinctive scent and taste. Japanese food is already expensive, but this delicacy takes it a step further. This is a unique watermelon grown only on the island of Hokkaido in Japan. The reason why it is rare is because only 10,000 are produced each year. That might sound like a lot, but in fruit terms, that's next to nothing. These prized watermelons have a luxurious-looking black appearance without any stripes, spots, or any other noticeable blemishes common in other watermelons. They are usually sold in swish black and red boxes, and a single Densuki watermelon usually sells for $250 or more, although one sold for $6,100 in 2008. The Japanese love their rare food, especially rare fruit, so we stay in Japan and move to another rare fruit, the yubari melon, also known as the yubari king. This fruit is a hybrid from two cantaloupe cultivars. What makes this melon so rare is that it is only grown in greenhouses in the town of Yubari near Sapporo on the northern Japanese island of Hokkaido. It is said that its distinct sweetness is due to the volcanic soil found in Yubari, which is why this fruit is not grown anywhere else in the world. Remaining in Japan a little bit longer, we find that even condiments can rank among the rarest and most expensive foods on Earth. Amabito no moshio is also known as seaweed salt or ancient sea salt. This is sea salt produced from the Seto Inland Sea, which is a body of water that separates the Japanese islands of Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. The salt is left to dry and then infused with seaweed before being treated, giving the salt its unique taste and color. Its price is hardly worth a pinch of salt at around $45 a pound, thanks to its rarity and supposed superiority in taste. Though, as one would imagine, you would have to be quite the salt connoisseur to detect the difference between Ambatio no moshio and regular table salt. There are spices that are both rare and quite expensive, of which the most well-known is saffron. However, what many people do not know is that there is a spice as rare and almost as expensive, known as fennel pollen. Made from the tiny flowers of the fennel plant, this is a rare and expensive spice, precisely because their cultivation has to be by hand. But it's claimed to be far more pungent than any other fennel, and many Italian chefs swoon at its ability to transform any dish, especially fish. Apparently, all it takes to transform a mediocre dish into one of the most delicious meals you have ever had is to sprinkle on some fennel pollen. No wonder they call it the culinary fairy dust. We have covered some of the rarest fruit and spices in the world, but what of the world's rarest and most expensive vegetable? Hop shoots, also known as the hop asparagus, are the green tips of the hop plant and are harvested from the parts of the plant that won't go on to be used in the production of beer. Picking them is mind-numbingly slow and laborious, hence their rarity. They are said to be quite tasty, but pretty they are not, looking as they do a weedy, wilting mint. But at over $1,000 a pound, there's no denying the high cost of these odd-looking vegetables. Much is made of truffles and how mere slivers of this fungus can enhance a dish with their distinct earthly and rich flavors. However, no truffle comes close in rarity and expense than does the white truffles grown primarily in the Albea and Asti members of the Piedmont region of northern Italy. These truffles need to be foraged by pigs or dogs specifically trained to sniff them out at the base of trees in wooded areas. These truffles are so prized by top chefs, it is little wonder that they are called the Pearl of Alba. It's all very well to think of caviar as a fancy name for fish eggs, but few things have been synonymous for so long with real wealth and luxury than has caviar. And the world's most exclusive and rare caviar is undoubtedly Alma's caviar. These tiny golden-hued fish eggs are procured from the beluga sturgeon fish. The Persians believed that this caviar improved physical strength and stamina, while the ancient Romans also reveled in eating the delicacy. Today, only the very wealthy can afford it, since Alma's caviar can cost $15,500 a pound. This Chinese dish is a soup made from the nests of swiftlets, a small bird of Southeast Asia. The bird's nest is made from their saliva, known as salivary cement, which solidifies into a cup-like shape. These nests are harvested by specifically trained people, often in high and precarious places. Once placed in hot water, these nests dissolve into a gelatinous gloopy consistency. Although these nests are rare, and therefore precious, it is said by the Chinese that large quantities of them have to be consumed in a soup in order to get the full effect of their unique flavor. Finally, let's get cheesy. Expensive cheeses are abound, some of which are also made in very small batches, but no cheese is as expensive and possibly as rare as Serbian Pule cheese. And this isn't cheese made from cows, goats, sheep, or even yaks, but from donkeys. 100 donkeys to be exact, all of them found in the Zazavica Special Nature Reserve. The females can only be milked manually, and it takes 3 gallons of the milk to make just 1 pound of Pule cheese. That certainly explains why this is a very rare cheese that goes for $600 a pound. We hope you've enjoyed this list of the rarest foods. For more top lists just like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out our other top lists. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks for learning.